Let's get down to our guest speaker, everybody. Let me describe her. Let me give you guys, because her first time on our call, first time on our call, and I asked her about a week or so ago before the convention. Miss Renata, she's a formerly weekly program host for a Russian radio network. Lifetime TV on a miniseries, Russian Dolls, and performs on the off-Broadway stage. Wow, what accolades. She got started in ACN 11 years ago. She hit regional vice president in 3 years after starting, Daryl Ranson. She's trained multiple times from the stage of ACN international events. She's Jewish and she's from Belarus. She has survived listen to this, four stage cancer survivor. Wow. So if she can survive all that, what are we waiting on? What can we do? Without further ado, can we give a warm welcome to Regional Vice President Platinum, Renata Krumer.
Thank you so much. I am super excited. I'm so grateful. Hey, I was waiting, guys. You know, this morning I felt like a little girl. I know that I'll be able to touch so many hearts. And I have to tell you, Mr. Legend Al Thomas, I know we call you a doctor, you're senior vice president, but you're
Oh, dear. Hold on 1 second before you start. I forgot to do something. Mr. Clemens, will you show that picture real quick? I just want to show you guys something from the other day. I'm sorry. I've got all my notes here. This is just a handful of our team that we were. There we go. There we go. There we go. I bet you can't find me in that crowd.
Oh, we can find you right
show
away.
You, just to show you how. Just to show you how influential she is. That's some of her team that came to the international just the other day. So I'm sorry, Dee. I forgot to show the picture. Back to you now.
Thank you so much. I want to tell you, thank you for who you are in this world. And we can spot you right away because you are the light. And I am surprised that this show, what you're running like 5 days a week, it's so popular. You're making a difference. And I personally, I'm so grateful to be invited here. I know that last week, same day, I was here from Greg Provenzano, the president of our blessed company. And this is so huge one. Same day you said, Renata, you here next week. Guys, do you know how I felt? Because I looked at Greg Provenzano. For me, it's a father figure. Do you know that I loved my dad so much? He passed away 18 years ago, and I post everywhere how much I missed him. Do you know that my dad is the only person that I quote every day? And when I look at Greg Provenzano, when he's talking, guys, he touched my heart. Do you know, one of the very first event that I attended, I remember the sentence that he said, and I got what ACN for me. I can repeat it right now. You might not remember, but that's touched my heart so much. He said that ACN has irresistible leadership. You know what's irresistible? Irresistible leadership, where people with power and resources leverage their power and resources to benefit those with less power and fewer resources. Guys, that was powerful. That is him. And yes, he spoke with all of us last week, and today I'm here super humble. Yes, I'm Renata. You know, today you're going to hear about R. I am Russian. I am Jewish from Belarus. That's a small country between Russia and Ukraine. If you think she's Russian or Ukraine, right in between. I came here 33 years ago. I have to tell you, I did not speak English at all. And at that time, I was one of the most popular cleaning ladies because I was very fast. And you know, would you agree that everybody liked happy people? I was smiling. One of the reasons I did not understand what they want from me, but I understand they wanted to be clean and fast. So I was good. Do you know, I was the only student at New York University when I graduated. I was the only one who, while in New York University, was cleaning hundreds of houses. That was a big deal. And when graduation happened, I thought, my God, it would be the biggest day I graduate from this college. Guys, absolutely not. I have to tell you, when we became regional vice president in ACN, it took us 3 years, I felt even better. And you know, the main reason is because you need help people. You need to help people. To graduate from good school here, you need to discipline you, no one else. And by the way, we have Japan, team from Japan. In my humble opinion, this is the most disciplined people in the world. No wonder your country is so progressing and beautiful. That's who you are, guys. So to graduate, you need to take care of yourself. To win an ACN, guys, you need to make a difference. Look at Al Thomas. You know, who's a gentleman who could relax, and that's it. And we just came back from the event. I have to tell you, most of you, whoever is a part of ACN, I'm sure that you were there. I just want you to be very clear that our event, that's not a retreat, guys. We don't retreat there. We reload. Do you know the main difference? Because I look at some people, they just hanging out and it's beautiful, guys. I like to have fun. I like to take pictures, but read that this is not a retreat and reload. When you think about reload, you think, Renata, real reload? Yes, we restock there. You refill, you refresh, that's R. Yes, that's what I said today is R. Do you know, I never mentioned to any of my team, my maiden name was Rubinov. So I'm Renata Rubinov, RR. So you're not surprised that I said R again. We not retreat, we reload. And please remind your people while they're attending event. Because many of us, honestly, you see so many good people that dress nicely, the atmosphere, the music, and very often the purpose is forgotten. And why do you need this reload? Do you know, when the vacation, when the event is over, international event is over, you must, if you're there to reload, you will feel more relevant. Do you know why? Because ACNs stay relevant for over 30 years. So when you're there, yes, you feel relevant. Yes, you become more relatable because so many stories from the stage, you look at people, they're real. You think, yes, you're more relatable. And of course, I love to know that you're more resilient. Yes, you're more resilient when you're there. Guys, it's not that easy to steal from you something that given to you by God. You would not let anybody to steal it from you. And I think ACN is the blessed company. ACN, one of the biggest blessings in my life. And hey, more radiant, talking about Al Thomas. I say he's alive. Yes, guys, you're more radiant, and everybody would love to stick around. And I have to tell you, talking about myself, 8 years ago, I had a surgery, and doctor said, yes, Renata, it is cancer, but thank God we removed it. Unfortunately, 4 years ago, it came back to my lung as stage 4 cancer, and that was a drama. Guys, I love life so much as each of you, and was no way to get healed in this country. Not because it's a bad country, it's a wonderful country, but they did not know what to do with this particular rare cancer. I was traveling to Nicaragua, country so far, 8 times to be here today. That's why when I think about ACN, and I told you, time and resources was something that allowed me to travel there. It was very expensive trip, each trip. And again, it's my nature. I took with me so many people this 8 times. Thank God we were able to find something that I need in America. And the last year, I'm here. I don't travel anywhere. But ACN allowed me to travel, allowed me to find what I need. Guys, whether we like it or not, when you're looking for healing, yes, your attitude, your mental state is very important. But the resources here play big role. So I look at ACN and very often compare ACN with the lighthouse. The main difference, lighthouse save boats. ACN save lives. It certainly saved mine. So obviously I look at ACN as my youngest child. Have you ever met a lady who gave birth in her late 40s? That was me. I started on my birthday, 48. Would you agree with me? This lady know how to protect her child. That's me and ACN, guys. If you want to compliment it, I'm here. Criticize, I have to tell you, I think ACN is, I'm convinced, the most incredible, powerful, something that make a difference. And the last thing I want to tell you about the event there, yes, You visualize there, guys. It's so important. You manifest there. Yes, you mental rehearsal there. And of course, you expand. You come back different. And I have to tell you, why do you need it? Why do you need this event so much? Guys, I think that this is the best way to connect to yourself. Even though you see so many people in arena, you connect to you. When you connect to you, you can connect to others. Look at right now, more than 70 people. You can connect to others with no division and separation. Yes, I'll mention I am Jewish, but that is absolutely fine. I have so much love for people in this world. Nobody's fighting here, guys. You can relate to others with no division and separation. So you can experience life in the most pure and true form. You know, the form that is love, guys. This form is love. And that's how you can change this world in the most sustainable way from the inside out. That is the deal. And talking about leaders, talking about building, do you know, I had my mama and dad, and unfortunately, both of them passed away. I love them so much. I do not have any brothers and sisters. I look at ACN, and Al Thomas mentioned he met our people. I look at them as my family. Of course, thank God I have an incredible husband, Boris Glickstein. You met him. He's awesome, even though he was very skeptical and did not want to start ACN, but we forgive him. If any of you, like you decided to start and your significant other said, no, guys, at least one of you must run, start running. Do you know? The direct deposit or checks at that time when I started 11 years ago worked beautifully. The other person will join, I promise. Boris said no, not because he's not smart enough. He's in many aspects in life, definitely in finance, 1,000 times smarter. But you know, I use my girl intuition. I felt, you know what I understood from this presentation, as Altama said, you just read it, that the more people I help, the more money I make. I said to Boris, Boris, we're going to make a lot of money. I love helping people. But here is the first time in my life, this is in direct proportion. How many people I help? We're going to be good. Guys, this is ACN. And I have to tell you, I'm looking at your beautiful faces. If you think, yeah, Renata, you already RVP. If you're not where you want to be, any position you are, the only what separates you from being where you want to be is to help more people. Same with us. We are regional vice president platinum. Do you think we want to be senior vice president? Yes. You know the main reason? We need to help more people. Am I passionate about helping people? 100%. And I'm sure you are as well. And you are part of this leadership call. Guys, there is so many YouTubes available. There is so everything and anything available. And you choose this Altamas program. Congrats already. And God makes no mistakes. I am so happy you're looking at me. I'm so much want to say something that would resonate, and you would say, really, this Russian lady is winning. And by the way, guys, thank God I'm 59 today. In a few months I'll turn 60, and you're probably looking and think most likely she look a few years younger. Guys, that's ACN. Do you know one lady has time to wake up when she finished sleeping? Do you know, it gives us a like look a few years younger. But I wake up early because I do my morning ritual every day. Do you know for how long? For 31 years. Do you think I'm passionate about it? I'm very passionate about it because I feel I make a difference. And the last almost 4 years, I'm sharing it. And at this moment, I'm sharing it on Instagram. And I love it so much. It's completely free. But I know that 1 hour, this is my morning ritual. Do you know why I made decision that I need this morning ritual to share this morning ritual? Because 4 years ago, when they talk about my health challenging, but at the same time, it was like pandemic time. And I noticed my beautiful friends, they were panicking. And I thought, guys, I was panicking. So I want to leave. But I thought, why am I kind of in a better spirit than most of them? And I thought that this is my morning ritual. That is the reason I'm connected. And then when I start sharing, and I love it so much. And if you have a chance, it's my first name, my last name, and it's on Instagram. I would love to be a force for good in your life because I do believe that morning ritual is tremendously important. And leaders building a team. This is something I'm passionate about. I said that I build this like I would build my family. And I might not be my team might not be as big as some teams in ACN, but I call it a Navy SEAL. It's not a big team, but the quality of people, wow. I look at them and I think I did something right in life. God sent me the best people. And I have to tell you, the more I work on myself, better and better and better people joining me. That's also in direct proportion. So I think, Renata, you need to be better. You want to attract more people? Hey, work on Renata because you can't do anything about them. I work on myself and bam, Altama said, Renata, I want you to speak to my people. As he never asked me a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I guess something done recently that he said, yes, girl, I need you. You're ready for my crowd. And he loves his crowd so much. I think it's a compliment. And I also look at every single person in my family, my team, as my masterpiece. You would say, Renata, you crazy? Yes. When they achieve even small steps, I'm looking at them. I celebrate them. I thought they might not know, but they're so important to me. Very important. And you know, when I was a little girl, I remember I asked my dad, I said, Papa, how come I don't have any sisters and brothers? He said, look, baby, nobody gonna love you by default, unfortunately. But if you're gonna be good, and you're gonna be good because you look like me, even the copy is never as good as the original, but you look like me. And listen to me. If you're good, you choose your brothers and sisters, and they're gonna stick around till the end because you change, they change. And that is the deal. But remember, you cannot be just anybody because nobody here just love you because it's a brother, we have some sister, some blood. No, 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 no. You need to be good. And that's why I said relevant, relatable, radiant, resilient. Guys, if everything this all are in your life, hey, it's relevant. Somebody might not like Russian people, but they say, hey, Renata, we like you. Somebody might not like Jewish people, but say, hey, you're an exception. We like you. So you can be responsible. You're born, where you're born, what family you were born, but you're responsible who you become. And what I know that when I work on myself, sometimes I look at myself and say, I would like to be my friend. I would like to follow Renata. If this is the case, I am not surprised that people say, hey, we like to follow you. We trust you. I think this is phenomenal. And I also want to talk to you about our mentor, our phenomenal mentor. He liked this word and he is phenomenal. His name is Byron Nelson. He's a senior vice president. He's a doctor. Guys, he's a brilliant man. Do you know the main difference between good teacher and great teacher? Nothing bad against good teacher. Good teacher give you information. Good teacher explain to you in a great details why it's good for you to win, what would happen, numbers, everything. That's a good one. Do you know what happened with the great one? The great one know how to inspire. And this is huge. And talking about Byron Nelson, he knows how to inspire. He knows how to influence. He knows how to empower. And he knows how to activate. Guys, this is huge. He's not just inspiring, he's activating. And we are so grateful. And again, God makes no mistakes. I remember we met him first time 11 years ago. It's not easy time in his life right now, but we are forever grateful. And I'm sure that you have your own mentor upline. One thing, if I can give you advice, I think it's important. When you look at your mentor, I don't want you to be judgmental because first time when I realize I need a mentor, I have one. You know what? You start looking at this person and think, do they need to be perfect everywhere? Because they're my mentors. Guys, no. They need to be definitely better than you in something that you choose, that you're going to be my mentor, I'm going to follow you. They don't need to be perfect anywhere else. Anywhere. Do not judge your mentors, because I know you said, yeah, this mentor, but he's divorced. There's this mentor, but blah, blah. Doesn't matter. The topic that you're interested in, you want to propel, be coachable. Be coachable. And talking about judgment. I have to tell you, the beautiful lady who invited me to ACN 11 years ago, her name is Terry Aviada. Guys, at that time, we just finished shooting Lifetime television show, Russian Dolls, Lifetime television. It's a big deal. And we were taking yoga classes together. She was looking at me. And sometimes you're a little hesitant to ask person, are you looking? Guys, please ask people. Please talk to people. I'm so glad that she finally invited me. Do you know that even though everything looks so glamorous, in reality, working as a hotel manager in Midtown Manhattan for nearly 20 years, that was my life. Yes, I did have a radio show and this television show. Guys, inside my little Renata was crying and begging for help. Nobody knew it. Because why? We know how to smile, especially like corporate people. Come on, as a hotel manager, when people pay 1,000 and more per night, they don't care what you feel. You deliver. Like, you learn to smile. So sometimes you don't ask people, and they need it so much. But at that time was tough financially. 3 of our kids were in college at the same time. Do you think it was tough financially? Very tough. It was time when my mother's health started to deteriorate. Her health, guys, I loved her so much. Do you think it was difficult? Yes. And then when I start my very first network marketing in my life 11 years ago, ACN, I have to tell you, my husband and I, we found home. And never ever I look at any other network marketing. Never I need to look at anything. I strongly believe that this is best of the best. And did I tell you that Boris was skeptical? He was very skeptical. You know how it's like I told you, I work as a hotel manager. At work, I couldn't do ACN. Even though I was already in love with ACN, I couldn't do it. I was very busy. I was responsible for every single department. At home, my husband did not even like ACN abbreviation. He said, it's too much time. We don't like it, Renata. So at home, I'm a wife, I'm cooking, I'm doing everything. And, I was commuting 3 hours per day. So 8, 9 hours as a hotel manager in Midtown Manhattan, 3 hours commuting, and somewhere I need to do ACN. You know where I did it? In a subway. And not the whole subway. If anybody traveled from Manhattan to Brooklyn, because we live in Brooklyn and I work in Manhattan, that's why 3 hours. Do you know what happened? I was working when we were on the bridge, because this is the time when internet worked. I can call. So 1.5 hours one way, 1.5 hours back. About 35 minutes, right, this bridge time, that when I was calling people, calling, passionate. I felt that this is it. I felt that ACN is an answer to my prayers. And I am convinced that ACN answer to your prayer. You might not know about it. It just, sometimes you don't talk to somebody and you look at them and say, this girl, like a cashier, this girl, she's a waitress. Guys, I don't judge people. Everybody deserves opportunity. They might be from less fortunate family than you, and you might look at them and you might not like whatever, the look, the shade, the color, anything and everything. Guys, don't judge. We're God kids. We're super important. Every single of us, so important for God. Remember, when you judge somebody, right? You're not just responsible. It's not just your destiny. When I'm looking at ACN, yes, it's Renata's destiny. And I told you about cleaning and cancer, like so many things, not everything glamorous. But do you know, it's not just my destiny, it's chain of destinies. When I look at my people, and I know if I would have never started, they might never started. So it's not just my life. This is a chain of destinies. You're responsible. So when you look at somebody and you quiet, you did not invite, hey, if you're not sharing, you might steal it. You might stealing it from them. Yesterday, I met such a good lady in Orlando at the airport working. We were talking to her, and she said, "You look so happy." I said, "Yes," and I want to share it. And she has so many like ear, whatever. We look different. Doesn't matter. It's a beautiful soul, and her having different color hair and so many people. She wants to express herself. Guys, where can you express yourself better than in ACN? Nowhere. Where people do not judge you from where you, from jail, from Yale. How often we hear it? Yes, it's irrelevant here. It depends what you do now, what you make decision to do. And that's why I love it so much. And I'm looking at myself, this journey, 11 and a half years, from 48 to 59. And I thought, I love Renata. I don't want to say becoming, guys. Because when you're here and you work on yourself every single day, you know what happened? You're getting better. Yes, more radiant. Yes, more relevant. Yes, more relatable. And to me, more attractive. People look at you and they said something about you. Like this young lady said, there is something about you. Do you know it's such a big compliment from a young lady? She's in her early 20s. That's huge. So just work on yourself, and congrats that you attending this leadership event, because following this leader, being mentored by Al Thomas, this is a gift by itself, guys. I'm super excited. The fact that he invited so many other leaders. And you know what? I'm happy that this Friday we're going to learn from him directly, because there is so much to learn from him. And when he gives stage to all of us, sometimes we deprive from learning from such a genius man as himself. And I'm happy for you guys. And if you find anything in my story that touched your heart, I am so grateful if you can relate, because it's important for me. For me, making a difference, yes, I feel that this is a mission. I feel, yes, I think, I do believe that I'm a guiding light, guys, that wants to inspire. It's in your head. You think, Renata, you think too much. Yes, I feel I'm a guiding light, and I'm a mission driven. I feel that, and I feel that I'm relevant, and I feel that I'm force for good. And by the way, I think you are as well. That is the reason you're looking at me right now. Just don't judge. You know what? Like our personal nature, you judge. You look at me and say, why white color? Why light? Guys, it's irrelevant. I'm so different. But you know what? You learn from people that you think makes sense, and disregard everything else. Everything else is irrelevant. We each for in each other life. Just learn what you like and disregard. Don't judge anything else. Because I'm here for you with so much love and compassion. And I want to inspire. And of course, I want to activate. I told you about my mentor, Byron Nelson. He knows to activate. But I think the entire ACN empire knows how to activate us. And the next time you travel to the event, you say to your team out loud, guys, it's not a retreat. We don't retreat, we reload here. I want you to remember it and explain why. And I want to say thank you to Al Thomas so much. This is my 30 minutes. And hey, guys, I love you. I care about you. Go win. And if you think that anything in your life, how fast you propel, anything and everything would depend on me, Al Thomas know my phone number. It would be a blessing to be a force for good. And if I can propel you in your ACN journey, in your life journey. It took us, my husband and I, 3 years to become regional vice president. I want you to go faster. You're here, you're following the most brilliant leaders. It might take you shorter, but if it's take you longer, I don't want you to judge yourself, guys. You may need this time, because when you finally achieve and give your RVP speech, that's when you're gonna touch so many lives. I don't want you to criticize yourself and be very tough on yourself. I want you to know that you are irresistible, that you're awesome. And God makes no mistake. You need to hear it, how special you are. Thank you so much. Al Thomas, back to you. And I'm very grateful for you giving me opportunity to share.